Are you buying or selling that the Saints will win the NFC South?
You don't have to sell me on that, Hunter. I am here to make a purchase on that one. However, I'm making the purchase understanding that Dennis Allen still has a lot to prove, right? I want to just clarify that right off the bat before I let you get into your points.
Yeah, so here's my thing. They were the highest scoring team in week one, albeit they played the Carolina Panthers, who very well could be an 0-17 team at the end of this year after what they showed in week one. Obviously, the biggest point differential there. The Saints were seventh in EPA per rush and fourth in EPA per pass. Were the Bucks, who they're going to be playing next week, I believe, right? They play the Bucks next week.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
Why am
just
I
double
blanking?
check here.
Wait,
No,
I
should,
wrote it.
I'm the one blanking.
I wrote it
So,
like they were playing.
the Saints actually are going to have the Bucks in week. Hold on,
Oh
they're going to have
wait,
the Bucks week 6.
I know why I was writing this down because they're a division rival and they were ranked similarly on offense. So the Bucks were 28th in EPA per rush and first in EPA per pass on offense. So they outperformed them in the pass game, but the Saints were far more efficient in the run game. And we know that if teams start to shut down run games, it could be a rough kind of start for Baker. And I threw the Bucks in there because they're going to be the team that's probably going to be competing for the division title. You have the Falcons as well, but with the way Kirk looked, I don't know at this point. The Saints defense allowed the second least amount of yards in week one and tied second in least amount of points scored. The Saints were top 3 on defense in EPA per pass and EPA per run in week one, and they ranked 9th in quarterback pressure rate on defense. I did not expect any of this out of the New Orleans Saints. They look like a completely new team from last year. I'm buying. This is a buy for me.
No, I'm definitely buying. And I think this is the biggest thing I really want to emphasize here, right, as the Homer Saints fan on the show. Look, here's the reality of the situation is that we didn't. So, and this is the beautiful part if you're a Saints fan in this situation. We expected the defense to be the team, the side of the ball that was going to carry this team all year long. But funny enough, via PFF and via the eye test, the reality of the situation is that, and this is all again. Let me because this is going to sound where a lot of people are going to say, what are you saying? Look, let me clarify. The defense played really well. Not that they didn't play really well. They did play really well. Let me be crystal clear. They played amazing, and I love what I saw. But what I think that we can say objectively is that the offense actually played better than the defense. Like the offense was such a surprise. I cannot believe how much better Trevor Penning looked than I expected him to, especially in pass pro. I knew that we all know Trevor Penning in the run game. Really, I'm not really worried about Trevor Penning in the run game, right? But in pass pro, he actually looked really good compared to what I expected. Talise Fuaga had an amazing debut. Eric McCoy really does look like the best center in the league again, which is a very welcome sight for Saints fans. We knew that he had it in him. It's really good to see it come back to fruition. Cesar Ruiz, my goodness, this was the best game of Cesar Ruiz's career. I mean, I really couldn't believe it. Cesar Ruiz was moving grown men at the line of scrimmage all day long. And then Lucas Patrick, Hunter, your guy Lucas Patrick, I'm going to be honest.
Fuck Lucas Patrick. Not him as a person, but him as a player, dude. I'm sorry. It was just horrible. But I mean, like, if he's playing well in New Orleans, good for him.
It's truly surprising, but he looked like he was meshing really well on the line. And look, let's call the star of the show, the 2 stars of the show, Derek Carr and Alvin Kamara. Looking rejuvenated, just rejuvenated is the easiest way I could say it. And all that to really say, to round out that the defense can get a lot better. Again, they played really well, but on all 22, there's a lot of times where you can sit there and say, okay, if this wasn't the Panthers, CJ Stroud's dotting that, right? Matthew Stafford's dotting that. Like, you can name your favorite quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is dotting that. We do have some stuff we have to clean up on defense. I'll be the first to admit it. But it's a beautiful thing because we have a lot to clean up, and we still played like that in week 1. So all that to say, I'm certainly buying that the Saints can improve and certainly win the NFC South this year.